Hello and welcome to another update video on silver. So I thought it makes sense to give you guys another update on silver because the market is moving not yet towards the resistance area, so that C wave up has not yet started. There was a chance, yeah, that was what I was watching for here, possible local 1-2 setup, but the B wave is extending, or even this A wave might be extending. So remember what I said in the last video, my view is not yet that the overall correction is over. So we're still caught in this overall correction, right? And the reason for that was that based on proportions, this year would have been a little bit too, let's say, too weak for all of the fourth wave. Not in terms of Fibonacci levels, that's fine, but in terms of duration, yeah, for this pullback. In addition to that, the bounce from the low on Tuesday last week ended as a three-wave move up. So I said to you, I do not believe that this overall correction is over, but we might get a rally into resistance before we go down further. The fact that we sold off more directly is concerning, yeah. So again, I can only repeat what I said. I don't believe this overall correction is over. And this here now looks like 5 waves down, which makes me even more confident about it. However, at any point this C wave rally could unfold. There are basically two main there are two, let's say there are 3 scenarios that I see. 3. The one that I'm following primarily is still the yellow one, basically my previous scenario, but that the internal B wave of the B wave is currently overshooting to the downside. Now, the reason why this is, you could say, my preference, not because I like it, but it's just aligns most with Elliott wave guidelines. The reason is, this here could be A, B, C, okay? And then we had a 3-wave move up in wave A. This here is a 3-wave move down. So if this was an extension of the A wave, of the first move down, it should ideally be a 5-wave move down. I mean, maybe it gets another low, then it's 5 waves. But at the moment, it is a 3-wave move down. So I'm watching this space here for reaction. This is basically now the last chance for this overshooting B wave to the downside to form a low and start the C wave up. The higher the B wave, the more bullish it would be, but I have to say an overshooting B wave to the downside is not bullish. So again, that reinforces my view that the overall correction isn't over. We might even test the lower support area, I have to say, yeah? So we might already be in the larger degree 4th wave. Now the other scenario is that the A wave is extending. It's possible, but probably we should get one more low then. So if we get one more low, I view it as an extension of wave A. And an even more bearish scenario would be to say that we already topped in the B wave. Why is this more bearish? Well, it's not necessarily more bearish, but maybe more directly bearish, because if the B wave topped, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't see a very clear microstructure, but then we should end in the lower support area. So in all scenarios, my view is that we have not completed the correction, so my view has not changed. However, the market is even a little bit weaker than I expected. Not much weaker, but I was watching for the bounce in wave C of B already. Maybe we will get that one in the next 1 or 2 days. But an overshooting B wave to the downside is a bit concerning. So that means we remain caught in the correction that started on the 17th of October. From that point of view, you know, the status of this chart hasn't changed. We're still holding support. But I think now, based on how the chart looks like, there's a good chance of actually breaking below $45. I will, of course, stay close to this. What I'd really like to see next is a 5-wave move up in wave C of B. That's the update on silver. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, also check out our stocks membership, where we're covering gold and silver as well on a daily basis. I'll leave you a link in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.